Tim George Jr., driver of the number 2 Ruby Tuesday Toyota for Eddie Sharp Racing in the ARCA REMAX Series. Tim, welcome to the show.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for having me on.
Well, it's good to have you back on with us again and to chat with you and talk about your great run this past week there on the road course. They're kind of in your home state there in New York, New Jersey area. Talk about this great run for you.
Yeah, it was definitely an awesome run at the end of the day, but it wasn't without ups and downs. We had a little incident there. First practice we went out, I think we were 5th or 6th, which was some good laps there. We didn't even get a clean lap actually, and then we were in the top 5 in the first practice, which was nice. And then in the second practice, there was a little mist on the track. I went out and followed my buddy Patrick Long, and trying to keep up with him and just following kind of the movements of his car with my eye. And I put my back left tire on some of that FIA curbing, and I guess there was some water in there, and it sent me off the track, and I couldn't recover. It just barely touched the guardrail, but it definitely damaged the front of the car. And my guys performed a miracle right there, and we worked on the car right through qualifying, and I watched all my guys qualify and started 31st. So we did bring the car back to life without getting that backup car out, but it was knocked out some sweat, and then brought home a top 5, which is what kind of was expected of me. I definitely had a lot of pressure on me there that weekend.
Oh yeah, no doubt about it. With that being your background and what that, I say background, you haven't been racing all that much. You're basically new to this game. You've only been racing and for a couple of years now, and this is your transition over to stock cars, and you kind of have, the road course ringer thing attached to you that this should be the type of track where you do well, right?
Yeah, and for Eddie Sharp coming into the season, just around the shop, that was kind of the atmosphere that I was expected to finish the best out of all the drivers, and it wasn't by much. My buddy, my old teammate Spencer Pompelli got into my teammate Justin Lofton there at the end, and he was running strong all day. We had a little bit of a pit strategy that kept us back a little bit, and we actually had 2 off-track instances where not only did I have to pass all those cars back from 31st, I think it was lap 4. I was in 11th position during the first caution, but then the 60 drove us off track during a restart, had to pass another 15 cars, and then the 32 actually of Justin Marks, NASCAR regular, he had a sway bar, I think it was, in the rear brake, and he was racing the thing as hard as he could. So we took it deep into the brake zone, and we both went off the track again. So another 7 or 8 cars went by. So there was, not only did I have to pass the 20 cars originally, but then I had to get back by 15 more. So it was a very tiring day. I spent a lot of time in the gym and a lot of time on the mountain bike training. So I dealt with it, but it was I forgot how physical road course racing was. Let's put it that way.
I have to say, after reading your bio for getting ready for this interview, that I have the question, why are you racing? You're so talented in everything that you seem to do. I was just blown away by what all your interests and things that you do. You're talking about on your bio that some of your favorite things to do is to cook. What's your favorite thing to cook, and is that kind of why you got Ruby Tuesdays to be your sponsor?
Well, that's not how it really came about, but that's, I guess, one of the reasons why it is so fitting.
And, it's just amazing the background that you have and how well-rounded of a person that you are. It's just, it's really amazing. If you haven't been to his website, go see him at timgeorgejr.com. It's definitely one of the best websites I've seen out there, especially among ARCA drivers. It's a great job there, and you definitely learn a lot about him there. But, Tim, with your rookie season here, you have 3 races remaining in your 2009 rookie year there in these ARCA cars. How would you rate this season there with 3 races to go?
Well, it's definitely been a learning season. It's been, as I said, it's had a lot of ups and a lot of downs, and actually was listening to the ARCA radio, or my team owner, Eddie Sharp, was speaking yesterday, and he said, in racing there's just a lot more downs than ups, and it's true, so it makes the ups that much more special, So I really, I cherished last weekend, and that start of that first race at Daytona. It seems like I've always been pretty decent on the super speedways, and it's kind of like a chess game and being patient and really thinking things through. And I've been pretty strong on the short tracks and the road courses. Where I've struggled is the mile and a half, and that's kind of why we're headed to Kentucky today, and we're going to get out there and keep at it. We have one more, or actually two more, big mile and a half type tracks that we need to go to. One of them I haven't seen yet in the season there at Rockingham. So as far as learning, I've learned a lot, and I'm looking forward to taking all that to next year. And you may see me in ARCA again next year, and I'm trying to figure that out right now. It might be something else, but I'm trying to figure that out, and I may even sneak in one truck race before the end of the year if I can get everything together for that. So awesome learning year for me.
Yeah, sounds good. So look out for Tim there in the Camping World Truck Series maybe before the year is up. Well, Tim, congratulations on your top 5 finish last week, and best of luck this weekend at Salem. And we definitely hope to see you staying in stock cars next year in some shape or form, so we can enjoy you out there racing on one of these circuits week in and week out. So thank you for giving us a call. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to talking to you again sometime soon.
Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for having me on the show.
All right, not a problem. Take care, bud.
Good day.
All right, Tim George Jr. there, driver of the number 2 Ruby Tuesday Toyota for Eddie Sharp Racing in the ARCA REMAX Series. Heather, it's something that, you were talking to me earlier about how you were just amazed at some of this guy's pedigree and some of the things he's done.
Yeah, I was. I mean, this guy has a degree in English, a double major in economics, and some other business stuff. And I mean, he has a passion for cooking. He's a health nut. He has, as he told us, he has his clothing line. He was writing a book. I mean, just as I was reading it, I mean, his bio, my mouth was just falling because it's like, what does this guy do and race in a car with all his education and talent? And as you responded back, the need for speed. Well, of course, the need for speed. But
are you trying to say that educated, well-rounded people can't race?
No, I'm not trying to say that. But I mean, if you look at it, I mean, the ones that openly admit to having great degrees, we have Ryan Newman with an engineering degree. We have Brian Vickers didn't go to college, but he's very business savvy and has shown that on when he goes on Fox Business. Tony has done well business-wise, but I think he has learned by watching those around him. And it's very interesting to see that this guy openly admits to having all this education and stuff, and he's racing. It just kind of blows my mind that here, this day and time with the economy and everything, and he's got, all this, and he's racing, and he's good at racing. I mean, I don't mean to slam him at all. It's just, boggles the mind at times.
Well, if you've ever seen him race, like in the Rolex GT Series, I mean, he puts passion into apparently everything he does because he is so much fun to watch race. He does not let up at all.
I've watched him race Rolex because I definitely keep up with that. I mean, if you even want to compare him to Rolex, I mean, there's Patrick Dempsey, who we all know for his acting, and yet, he's having fun on the side, racing.
Where need for speed.
Yeah, where you just kind of turn the tables on Tim, that he's racing and has all these other passions besides.